Take a bottle, shake it up, pour a glass, drink it up, pour some sugar on me. In the name of love, pour some sugar on me. Start me up, pour some sugar on me. Whoo, I'm hot, sticky, sweet, from my head to my feet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. A red light, green light, yellow light, go. Crazy little woman in a one-man show. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got the peaches, I got the cream. Here today, now be my queen. Oh yeah. Take a bottle, shake it up, pour a glass, drink it up, pour some sugar on me. In the name of love, pour some sugar on me. Start me up. Woo! Ooh, I tell you, that was. I swear there was only water in that vase. I swear there really was. Hey, Tubies. Whew. Tell you, it's a hard day here with the heat. Welcome to Sunday. It's Psychic Bob and Lamb Chop. Lamb Chop says hey to all you guys. Well, isn't it fun to hang out on Sunday? Welcome to our show tonight. For those of you who are new here, welcome. We got any newbies in the house? Well, for our new people, welcome. This is our Sunday night show. We call it Sunday Night Hangout with Psychic Bob. It's where we all gather. We like a family here at Spirit Channel. We kick back, we sing songs, we dance, and we talk to the spirit world as well. I'm just glad you're here. Well, Lamb Chop's so excited. He's been all day waiting to come over here and join with us. So why don't you go over there and sit down so I can talk to everybody? Well, maybe later we'll let you do a reading for somebody, okay? Yes, okay, I promise. All right, go over there and sit down. There you go. All right. Oh, my gosh. Well, gosh, welcome to Sunday, guys. I almost didn't think I was going to get this show out tonight. Been a crazy last few days for me. And, hey, I see we got a lot of people here. Oh, my gosh. Melinda Tournay's here. Hi, Melinda. Mystic Life's here. Christian Druid's here. Ian is here all the way from Colombia. Erin Patricia's here. Yay. Fairy Queen's here. Yay, Fairy Queen. Brandy's here. Storytime with T is here. Mark Wilhelm is here. Tanya B. Oh, my gosh, you guys. Where's Conscious Vibrations? Janine is here. Yay, Werewolfin is here. Oh, my gosh, you guys are the best. Well, welcome. By the way, Fairy Queen, I want to give a big shout out to Fairy Queen. Fairy Queen is so awesome. She's going to be our moderator tonight. What is a moderator? That means Fairy Queen's Psychic Bob's little pit bull. So we got any trolls in the house? Anybody come here and make problem? I've given Nicola, or Fairy Queen is her name, permission to come after you and tear you apart and put you out. We don't tolerate attitude here. We don't tolerate harassment. We don't tolerate it. Because we're here, we're about spiritual light and having fun. And if you can't be down with that, then you don't need to be here. Fairy Queen will boot you out of here. So everybody be on good behavior. I know most everybody always is, but once in a while we get one little troublemaker get in here. But not tonight. No, Psychic Bob's not in the mood for it. I tell you, I am exhausted today. I almost had a heat stroke today. So I woke up this morning. Well, I didn't sleep most of the night, but that's a whole nother story. But the little bit of sleep I did get, I woke up in a dead sweat, feeling lighthearted, lightheaded, and nauseous. Our air conditioning in our building went out, and it went up to almost 90 in my condo. And it got so hot, I had to get up and leave the building. It was that bad. So I've been out all day trying to stay cool, and our air just came on. My condo is still cooling down. And I was going to have to cancel a show because it was going to be too hot. But luckily, they got the air on. We're cooling down. My computer is not overheating, and we're here. So, you know, Psychic Bob be hanging out. We be styling. By the way, speaking of styling, Psychic Bob got some new bling to show you. All right, check this out. Fairy Queen, our moderator, Says like about a piece of beautiful jewelry. Look at this. It's black tourmaline and it's a pentacle or pentagram, 5-pointed star done in beautiful black tourmaline, set in beautiful, looks like a copper wire wrapped. Isn't that beautiful? So PsychicBob wears this. Tourmaline is a wonderful stone. This is something you all should all explore. This stone is very protective. When people come at you with negativity, with attitude, we all get that in this world. This stone kind of shuts it down. It takes the hit for you so you don't absorb so much negativity, And I would encourage you guys to explore wearing and working with black tourmaline. It's a wonderful protective stone. Fairy Queen, thank you. Love you, darling. Thank you for this beautiful pendant. I love it. And I got it on a black cord. We be styling. How's that look? PsychicBob be styling. Woo, girl. Thank you, Fairy Queen. Well, I tell you, the day started out really challenging with the heat wave. It's up to 92, 93 degrees here in the eastern part of the United States, at least in Virginia. And in European terms, that translates to about 36 Celsius. So that's pretty warm. But I did manage to do some unboxing and some cleaning. I'm cleaning out my house. And I found another one of my Wedgwood porcelain treasures. You guys know I collect Wedgwood. At least some of you do. Well, anyways, I collect Wedgwood. Wedgwood's a famous English porcelain. And it's done in a bisque finish. It's like a unglazed porcelain. And it's done in classic Roman Greek style, Greco-Roman styles. And this is one of my little vases I found. Isn't it beautiful? And so it's got the Cupid on it. It's got an angel. There's the Cupid. And then it's got the ancient gods. That's the goddess Hera right there with her peacock. If you can see behind her is a peacock. And she's walking with step. And then there's the goddess Demeter. Or Ceres in the Roman. So she's the goddess of agriculture and grain, Demeter or Ceres. And some more little spirit guides. And I just love it. I think Wedgwood has the most interesting stuff, And, when I was a kid, I used to see this in the stores or in people's houses. Back in the day, it was very expensive. It's still pretty expensive, but not like it used to be. It used to be even more expensive. And Ceres, thank you, Cosmic Gypsy. Good to see you. So I have a whole collection of Wedgwood porcelain. And this is one of my pieces I unboxed today as I was cleaning out some cabinets. And I'm going to put it out in my new furniture. I've got new furniture in my house, so I'm going to be putting out some of my nice pieces again that have been stored away. So anyways, I thought you'd enjoy seeing that. And you notice it's a beautiful soft blue. This color is a very distinct blue called Wedgwood blue. Anyways, any of you out there collect Wedgwood? I'm just curious, Hold on, I can't see the chat. I got to put on my glasses here. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Cosmic Gypsy. Werewolfin says, I feel like you collect everything. I do, actually. That's my problem. But I'm going to minimalism, so I'm getting rid of everything except my most treasured pieces. So, thank you. Yeah, Werewolf and I collect mostly. I'm limiting my collections now to crystal and to porcelain, and I'm not collecting everything. It's easy to get into everything, isn't it? But I'm narrowing down. Hey, there's Aaron Patricia here. I have some Wedgwood, the green kind too. Hi, Mystic Life. You said you paid for a class but didn't get the email. Can you call my office later tonight and I'll check the list. We'll see what happened. I went back to make sure everybody was on the list. So your email, either I had the wrong email for you because I sent it out to the email connected to your PayPal, or it got diverted to your spam. So I'm sorry about that if you didn't get it, but call me and give me your name and your email, and then we'll check it, okay? And we'll get you in for next week's class since you paid, okay? Yeah, let's do that. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't ignoring you. I truly, sometimes there are technical issues, and I'll make it up to you, okay? So thank you for letting me know. Aaron Patricia says, I have some Wedgwood, the green kind too. Yeah, the green is really nice. I have some green pieces also. And but I've decided that I'm going to stick to just blue for my house, because since I'm remaking, it's going to be mostly blue and black and silver colors. So, you know, Conscious Vibration says, we need a tour when you get finished decorating. Oh yeah, I'm going to have a tour, because I'm going to have my whole house totally redone. It's going to take several more months, so it's not going to be right soon, but it's going to be beautiful when it's done. So, you know, I've been here almost 20 years. It's time to, you know, get back into making it good again, you know. Yay. Werewolf, it says, me too, but I'm a hoarder. Werewolf, and I'd probably classify as a hoarder, to be honest with you. But I've decided to let minimalism come into my life. And Werewolf, and I'm serious, you might want to do some research if you haven't studied on minimalism. It really has changed my, you know, my perspective and the way I do things, and it's making my life better. So I understand about being a hoarder, though. My God, you know. Yay. Thank you, Stojan. Stojan Stazelikov here all the way from Macedonia. He says, nice glasses. Thank you. My purple shades, you know. Oh, Ian says he's flying home on Tuesday. Oh, that's so good, Ian. I hope you have a wonderful trip. I'm going to do a special spell for you since you're coming home, okay? Yeah. Robert Stevens is here. Hi, Rob. Robert said, there's a neighborhood named Wedgwood next to mine. Yeah, Wedgwood's an English name. Comes from the United Kingdom. It's a British name of Lord Wedgwood. There's a current Lord Wedgwood in England who descends from the original. This type of porcelain, this Wedgwood porcelain, was designed in the 1700s, like 1785 or 1795. And it's been in production ever since. So it's very, you know, it's got a historic value. But the family became ennobled as the Barons of Wedgwood by the Queen. I think it was, which one was it? Queen Victoria? I have to find out my history. I forget when they got their titles. But there is a current Lord Wedgwood still. He travels about, and like a lot of times when they have a Wedgwood show, he'll be there to, you know, to talk about Wedgwood and the history. But yeah, look up Lord Wedgwood. That's really cool. So yeah, I love it. I love that. I love Wedgwood. I love England. I love anything British, you know. Death Star's here. Hi, Death Star. Death Star says, I love Greco-Roman stuff. Well, you should start collecting Wedgwood. They have everything you can imagine in terms of Greco-Roman. You know, hey, there's Kim Osborne. Kim, good to see you. Welcome. Yay. Hi, Spiritual Peace. Yay. Oh, my gosh. Hi, Christian Droid. Christian Droid says, hey, me white, I got my nails done again. Ooh, that's cool. Let's see them. You going to put them on Instagram? Yay. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Mystic Life. I appreciate your understanding. I wasn't trying to ignore you or be bad. So, yeah, call me at 703-825-3929, and let's see if we can connect, and we'll get you on the list for next week, okay? So I'll just credit you for next week. But, yeah, call me so I can just check your email, please, and then we can talk about it. Awesome. Thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you. Hey, Raymond Hampton. I'm not doing questions yet, Raymond, so hang in there. But I'm going to come back to you, okay? But we'll look at your situation. I'm sorry that happened to you. We'll come back to that, though, okay? Just don't let me forget, because, you know, I get a little overwhelmed. You know? Hi, Werewolf. And Werewolf says he's working on, yeah, you're working on decluttering as well. You know, it's a big process, because when you stay somewhere long enough, you can really build up stuff. And if you're like me, which it sounds like you're a collector of everything. You know, there was a time where I got into collecting Oriental porcelains. Then I got into Oriental rugs. Then I got into Victorian porcelains. And then I got into Wedgwood. And then I got into Waterford crystal. And, you know, it just goes on and on and on. And I was like, you know what? I just can't buy all this stuff, and I've got too much. So some of my pieces I'll probably auction off, you know, sell them. I'll let you guys know if there's some things I'll bring on if you want to purchase them. I have some valuable things. I can't just give them away. They're worth too much money. But for the right person who wants to invest in them, they may be pieces you'd like, you know. So I'll let you guys know as we work on that, you know. Yeah, thank you, Conscious Vibrations has been sending healing to Ian. Ian is, Ian, you told me you don't mind if I tell everybody, but Ian has been dealing with COVID the last few weeks. And luckily he's doing really well. He's on the mend and able to come home. But he's here today. His name is IA in the chat, but it's Ian. And yeah, he's been through it. We're just glad we're here. I've been doing prayers for him. And a lot of you have too. And thank you for that. Ian, you're glad you're amongst the living. You know. Yay. Oh my gosh. There's Mystic Life. I got some witches soap. Ooh, that sounds good. You know, I love witch things. Isn't it great? You know, witches make all sort of wonderful things. Herbal remedies and soaps and, you know, healing balms. All of that's so good. That's what I love about Wicca. It's very holistic. Hey, Jay Whippet. Word up, Bob. Jay Whippet says, word up, Jay Whippet. I'm the OG. Are you the one that called me that, Jay Whippet? The original gangster? Bobby Ray OG. Well, guys, we're going to do some psychic work tonight. How do you feel like that? You feel like doing that? Want to see what the spirit world has? Huh? I think you guys are up to that, you know. Well, you know what I want to do is I thought maybe we could, you know, do a little meditation here so we can open the channel. So we're going to do our little blink meditation. Hey, there's Sandra Juskin. Good to see you, Sandra. Welcome. There's Gavin Hines here. Hey, Gav. All right. Oh, my gosh. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, my gosh. There's Mark Wilhelm. All right. I got to drink some more. I'm still dehydrated. You know, I think the air was off a lot while I was sleeping, and I just dehydrated. I've been drinking water all day, but my voice is really, my throat's dry. So we're going to do some readings tonight. If my voice gets too bad, I may have to end the show just a little early. We'll see how I do, okay? Because I'm a little strained here tonight, okay? Hey, there's Pink Diamond all the way from Australia, down under. Yay. Hi, Michael Porter. Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for being here tonight. Yay. Mary J's here. Oh, gosh. Celie Jane, there you are. I thought I saw you earlier. Yay. I love the suns or sunflowers. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, Gav, I need to drink some honey, lemon, and ginger. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've been too busy to haven't had time to go shopping or buy any of that, you know. Jay Whippet says it's almost 100 here in New York, or was. It's cooling off now. Yeah, our sun's going to be going down in a little while, but it's still warm, you know. Hey, there's Kevin Elliott here. Hey, good to see you. Welcome tonight. Glad you're here. Felicia Garthy's here. Yay. I'm late, but I'm here. You're here just in time because we're going to do some meditation. Yay. All right. So, yes, I was, Fairy Queen. Fairy Queen says, my Bob was hot this morning, weren't you? Yes, I was. I literally woke up. You ever woke up like sweating, like water pouring off your face? I couldn't breathe. I was like, what the heck's going on? You know? And it was almost 9 degrees inside my condo. Crazy. Anyways, but I'm here. I'm getting rehydrated. So let's get hydrated in the spirit, shall we? I want you guys to get comfortable. We're going to do some meditation. All right, so get comfortable. We're going to just start by closing our eyes. If you're new here and haven't done this, just follow with us. You'll figure it out, okay? This is our famous blink meditation that I developed. The idea behind blink meditation is that we have access within ourselves to our eternal spark of divine light. So I want you just to join with me as we close our eyes now. And as we close our eyes, I want you to follow your breathing, just gently in and out. And as we follow the breathing, I want you to let go all the tensions of the day and enter into that place of silence and peace within. And as we follow the breathing, I want you to draw your attention now down to the middle of the chest area. And inside of you, in the middle of the chest, I want you to see a little spark of white light. Just look at that light within. Focus on it. And we're going to count from 3 down to 1. And when we get to 1, we're going to take that little spark of light and expand it like an explosion to fill our entire body with white light from head to toe. All right, so get ready. Let's look at that little light. See in the middle of your chest, that pinpoint. Let's focus on that little spark. Make it just a little brighter, just a little larger so you can really see it. All right, you got it in focus? All right, we're going to count down now. All right, watch the light. Count with me. 3, 2, stay focused. 1, blink on. Whoo. I'm getting a head rush. I got to drink some water here. My goodness gracious. All right, who's our lucky first person tonight? Stojance Zelikov. There you are, buddy, all the way from Macedonia. All right. Hey, Silly Jade. Silly Jade says, hydrated in the spirit. I like that. That's a truth, isn't it? Stojance, good to see you. Hey, Psychic Bob. I've been going through a hard time, depression, anxiety, and it hurts me so much mentally. Will I get better? Thank you and blessings. Yeah, Stojance, I do see healing around you. I want you to be open to the presence of the spirit. I'm picking up Doris Stokes back here. And Doris is asking me to, she says, let Stojance know, she said, that I'm here. And she said, I've had people deal with this. And then she says, I'm an expert at bringing healing. And she said she wants you to work with your doctor. She said, God made the doctors too, says Doris. And she says, I'm going to lead you to be at peace. And she said, just call on me. Talk to me about your fears. I'm listening, dear, and I'm going to help you. And she said, your doctor will help you as well. Explain it to him. And she said, you have a team of healers. She said, people here at Bob's channel, she said, they can help you. They'll pray for you. I'm with you, and your doctor is as well. She said, build a team of support. And she said, your father's back here. Hold on. I hear your father's voice. Your dad's here. He said, son, he said, don't be afraid to ask for help. He said, I'm here helping. And he said, talk to your mom, talk to your family. He said, we're all here to help you. So he's sending light and love over to you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much, Stojance. Let me know how it goes. Call on all of them. Aaron Patricia, $5. Thank you, Aaron. Happy Sunday. I start temp work for City of Alexandria and get Reiki Master certification this week. Any spirit messages about anything? Thanks. Aaron, excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. I have to tell you, Doris is back here and she's doing 2 thumbs up. Whenever the spirit people go like that, that means that you're on the right path. And she says to tell you, she said, don't be afraid, you're moving forward. And she said, you will not be without that which you need. So she's here asking me to bring that over to you. I want you to keep talking to Doris because she's going to be helping you. She also told me to tell you that Edgar Casey is working with you because she said you're working to open the channel so that you're drawing the power through you more easily now. So you've got both of them working with you. Blessings to you. Thank you. Gary M, $14.99. Thank you for your donation. Hi, Psychic Bob. Any messages for my spirit guides? Thanks and blessings. Thank you, Gary, for your kind support. Yeah, I know. Doris is still back here. She said, I'm not leaving tonight. There's too many people to help. So Doris is still here. And she's asking me to tell you, Gary, she wants to help you as well. She says to tell you, she said that the spirit world is having progress now on your behalf. And she said in the next week, she said, you're going to get a phone call. She said, it could be a letter, but we think they're going to call you. Somebody wants to negotiate. And she says, don't be afraid to talk to them. She said, you're going to have influence. So Doris wants to help you. She said, tell him to listen for my guidance. And she said, let you know your grandmother's back here. And your grandmother says, and I hear your grandmother now, she said, and you tell Gary, I've been working on this. She said, luckily I don't have to sleep. So she's here. And she said next week as well, she said, we're going to have a breakthrough for you. So we're very close now. And the spirit people are asking you to keep calling upon them, keep watching, keep listening, because they're guiding you. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Kevin Elliott, $10 donation. Thank you, Kevin. Blessings to you. Hey, Bob, just wanted to see if there are any messages for me this week. Things seem to have slowed a little. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I've got a voice back here. There's a man. It's interesting. Oh, yes. Okay, there's a man back here. He's a photographer. He's showing me his camera. He's like in 1960s clothes with little snap cameras. And he gives me the name of Richard. He says, I'm Richard. And he says, I was a photographer back in the day. And he says, this is what he says. He says, I'm giving him retro imagery. So he's showing me on his camera, like images these days. He's got like a little screen on the back. And these look like 1960s style images. So I want you to be paying attention to retro look and see if you can capture retro things. It seems to be something that's going to open up a new business opportunity for you, like retro photography, photographing old cars, clothing, photographing things from different eras, setting scenes like different eras. Okay, so call on Richard. He said, just call me Richard the Snap Man. That's the way he calls himself, the Snap Man. So he's with you and asking me to bring that over to you. And he says, as you open the retro, he says everything else comes back around. So it's kind of like what he's showing is you're building power, you're building new connections, but it's somehow connected to retro. All right, ask him to help you and he will. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Death Star, €5. Thank you so much for your donation as well. Any messages for me? Blessed be. Hold on just a second, Death Star. Death Star, I tell you, I'm getting a man back here. He's identifying himself as a Pleiadian. And he's asking me to tell you, he said, you are connected to our people in an ancient way. So you have a connection to the Pleiadians. And he said, right now, he said, be watching the sky because you're going to start to have some visionary experiences connected to Pleiadian starships. Okay, this man gives, what is your name? I'm trying to get his name. He's giving me, say it again. Shri. Okay, his name is Shri, Shree, Shri. He said, I'm Shri. And he's going to be one of your guides from the Pleiades. All right. Blessings to you. Thank you for your donation. Conscious vibrations. Oh my gosh, $10. Thank you, dear. Hello, Bob. Any messages to me? Been having some awesome experiences. Been having a blast. Thank you. Unconditional love, babe. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Janine. Doris is back here. And she says to tell you, she said, we're so happy that she's out of her rut. She said, my dear, she said, it's very hard, the life of a medium. She says, many times we go as far as we can, and then we think heaven has forgotten us. She said, I want you to know that even I, Doris, had times where heaven forgot me. That's from her. And she said, you've got a strong link now, and you're not going to lose it. And she said, let go of your fear. She said, whatever they bring through, she's talking about your God. She said, whatever they bring through will always be perfect. Trust in heaven. Heaven's trusting in you. She's also asking me to talk to you here about some financial stuff as well. And it looks like as we get moving into July, there's some sort of business partnership that's coming up that's going to put you more in a public way. Like you might be working at a metaphysical store or invited to teach a seminar or a class. Dora said, I'm going to get her in front of people. So watch the month of July. Be open to some business arrangements and partnerships. Spirit people are helping you. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Mary J, $20 donation. My goodness, you guys are so generous. Thank you. You don't know how much this really helps me because, this is my full-time work. For those of you who are new here, I am a full-time professional psychic. So the donations really keep me afloat, keep the lights on, buy equipment, all of that. Thank you. Hey, Bob. So last time you said Mark was warning us against a family friend and money. Well, that came to be true. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't like it when I'm right. I'm sorry. But can you ask Doris to ask Mark, is the money situation going to be bad for our family, or will it not be so bad? Let me see. Doris, did you hear that? Okay. Can you get Mark through? Okay, hold on. Mary J, Mark's coming in here. I hear him say, he said, this is his word. He said, now that you know the truth, he said, you will handle the situation without any problems. So it sounds like what he's saying is the money situation is not going to be bad. That it will actually, he just said it will actually turn in your favor because I'm able to help now. So don't be afraid about that. He said it's going to be fine. And he said, but we had to prepare you so you knew what the background situation was. And he said, I'm taking it over from here. I'll be helping you. He said, don't be afraid. You're not losing. It's going to be fine. He says to tell you he's in the light. And he says, I love them. And he said to not be afraid for him because he said, I'm fine. And he said, you'd be amazed what I can do now from here. So he's working on that. Don't be worried, but he gave you forewarning and he's going to help fix it now. Thank you so much. I hope that helps. Yes. He's asking me to tell you, he said it's going to take a little while, but he says by the end of July, he said it'll be sorted out. All right. So we got a little while, but just hang in there. Blessings to you. Thank you. Maya. Oh my gosh. Hi, Maya. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation as well. $8.99 New Zealand dollars. Thank you. Hey, Bob, do I have any messages for my spirit guides? Please. Thanks and blessings. You know, Maya, I'm getting here around you. I'm hearing, yeah, I know who this is. Yeah, Eileen Garrett is back here for you. She was a medium from Ireland. I think you've talked to her before. I know she's been here. And Eileen's asking me to tell you, she says, let Maya know, she said that I'm helping her with her clairvoyance. She said you're getting a lot of third eye activity in the next few weeks. She said, be ready for it to be a wild time. She said, you don't need drugs. Not that you're doing drugs. She's not implying. She said, nobody needs drugs when the third eye opens. So you just keep talking to her. I want you to call it Eileen Garrett. Do some research on her. She was an Irish medium and an amazing lady. Very talented, but she's coming in to work with you. She's talking about third eye opening. Okay. I also want you to make sure that you're being consistent in your meditation. Eileen heard me. She said, that's right. So she's backing me on telling you be consistent. Every day, you just sit for a few minutes, go into that third eye. Just try to visualize like a blue ball of light here and then go into it. Make it three-dimensional. And I'm telling you, you'll start to see stuff even clearer than you do now. All right. Eileen Garrett's working with you. Call upon her. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Cosmic Gypsy. Oh, hello, dear. $15 donation. Love and bless it. Oh, my gosh. You're so kind. Thank you. Listen, Lynette, I got to tell you here, when I'm walking into your frequency, I'm getting this presence of Native Americans around you. And I feel like you've got Indian protector guides. They seem to be all around your land, outside your house, and around your house. And one of the Native Americans I'm getting is Chief Red Cloud. And he comes in here and he literally shows like he's got his big feathered headdress. And he just turned his head like he's looking in the sky. And there's a beautiful, looks like a sunset. And he says, I bring the setting sun to you to bring peace. And Red Cloud says you've been going through a time of anxiety. And he says, I bring the light of the evening sun for peace. So don't be afraid. He said that you're coming into a time of transition. But he said you are under our protection and not to worry. He wants me to talk to you here about the end of June here. He says, as we get to the end of the month, he said, you get yourself sorted out and you're ready to make some decisions. So Red Cloud is asking me to tell you to call upon him as you go through the coming weeks. He's going to make transition times smoother and easier and keep you safe and as a protector. Okay. So listen to Red Cloud. He's around you. He's going to help you. I hope that helps a little bit. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you, dear. Blessings to you. All right. Oh, my goodness gracious. Hold on. My screen's freezing. All right. Let's see here. What do we got here? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get to your messages. Quantum Quartz Alchemist. Hello, Quantum Quartz. Thank you for your donation. Any messages for me? You know, Quantum Quartz, I got to tell you, it's funny when I'm walking into your light, I'm hearing a voice here. This is Nikola Tesla. He was a famous scientist, but I literally hear his voice. And he said, I'm bringing equations through. You're going to start getting a download here. And Nikola Tesla is literally around you in spirit, giving you knowledge. He said that you're getting, this is his words, he said he's getting streams of consciousness from two sources. One is Atlantis. You have a past life linked to Atlantis. The other connection is coming from him. And he said you also have a past life in the early 1900s connected to Tesla. So this is very interesting. They're bringing you a lot of data downloads. It seems like there's some technology and things like that connected to it, okay? So be open to equations, be open to communications from Tesla and Atlantis as well. Isn't that fascinating? Well, you never know what's going to happen, you know? Thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, guys, hold on. I'm trying to get to you guys. Bear with me. We got so many coming in here. Okay. Haley Clement, $5 donation. Thank you, Haley. Hey, Bob, my brother Justin came through to his friend Ashley with another medium and said, the way he died isn't what we think. Can you explain? You know, I really can't comment on other psychics' work, to be honest with you, Haley. I don't know what that medium, if that's all they said, but let me just see what I can find out, okay? Doris, can you help me? Yeah, I want to find out if her brother Justin is around. Yes. Hold on a second. Doris is bringing him through for us. Justin, can you hear me? His presence here. Hold on. Yes. Do you hear me? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Can you do you have anything you want to say? Can you tell me a little bit about your passing? I see. Oh, interesting. What he's asking me to tell you, hon, is that he says, my passing, he said, wasn't what you think, because everybody was saying it was really tragic, which it is tragic from an earth sense. But he said that on a soul level, he said he actually participated in leaving. He made a soul level choice to go. And he says, I know you don't understand me. Please don't be mad at me, he says. He said, but he said, I reviewed my life. And he said, I was at an exit point. And he said, had I stayed upon the earth, he said, I would have had far worse struggles. And he said, I chose to go because I didn't see improvement in my situation. And he was showing me at the time of his death that he really had some health issues. And there was some real struggle around him. And he said, my body would not have gotten better. And he said, I please tell everybody I don't mean to abandon them. That's his, I didn't want to abandon them, but he said, I had to make a choice. So I chose the lesser of sorrowful paths. And he said, it's hard, but he said, please know I'm in the light and I'm fine. So he took an exit point on his chart. I hope that helps a little bit. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Allie H, $5 donation. Thank you, Allie H. Hey, Bob, any messages from my ancestors? You know, Allie, I'm getting somebody here. It was funny, before I even finished your name, I've got a voice back here coming in. And there's a woman here. This is actually on your mom's side of the family. This sounds like it's a great aunt on the mother's side. So it would be like your mother's sister, I believe it is. And I just hear this woman coming, and she's a great aunt around you in spirit. She said, tell her auntie is here, great auntie. And she says to tell you, she said she's helping you. This is elsewhere. She said, in my day, she said, I wanted to be more fashionable than I was. She said, I always admired style. And she said, I'm going to help Allie with her style. And she said, you've got great taste, my dear. And she said, I want to help dress you. And she's talking about taking you out on the town. She said, you haven't had enough fun. And she said, I want you to kick up and have fun, and I'm getting you dressed up. So your great aunt in spirit wants to have you have some fun here. She said, I suppose you could call me a bit of a joy guide. She said, because I come in to bring fun. So you have a great aunt on your mother's side back here that's coming in to help you with some joy. And she says to tell you, she said, just have fun. She said, you're not going to lose any money or go crazy if you just relax a little bit. She said, you've been holding on to stress too long. She said, time to let it go. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Isn't that wonderful? I love when people come through. Oh my gosh. City of the Shadow Seas, $3.99. You, Bob, happy Pride Month. Yes, that is right. It's Pride Month. Thank you. Happy Pride Month to you as well. You know, I should get a big rainbow flag to celebrate. I think it's wonderful. You know, we live in a time where people should be who they are and be free to love who they want. So I support Pride Month. Absolutely. Listen, City, I got to tell you here, it's funny that you're here tonight because I'm getting a voice already. You didn't ask a question, but somebody's coming in with the message for you here. And there's a man back here. He gives me the name of Chadwick. He's a British gentleman. He says he's Chadwick. And he said that he was a writer when he was alive. And he says, I like to put pen to paper. And he said that he's coming in to help you with the writing projects. I don't know if you've been writing like a book or some music or poetry, but he wants to help you. So if you're working on any writing projects, call on Chadwick. That's his name. That's your first name, right, Chadwick? His last name is Bentley. So Chadwick Bentley. That's his name, Bentley. Chadwick Bentley, one of your spirit guides. He's a creative guy, going to help you with writing. Blessings. Hold on a second, guys. My voice is really going. Gary M., 1999. Gary, good to see you again. Thank you so much. Which spirit guides wants to work with me during the psychic development class I'm taking now? Oh, are you in my class, Gary? Or are you taking a different one? Anyways, you can come to my class on Saturday. I'm thinking Edgar Casey or Doris Stokes. Thanks and blessings to you. It's Edgar Casey. He's really working with you to open doorways psychically right now. And as well as just deal with the material stuff you're working on. But he is kept showing me, and he's back here. I just heard him. He heard us say his name. He says today, he said, I'm coming in to open his nighttime channeling. You have a gift for dream prophecy. And he said that you also have a gift for conscious channeling. But he's starting with dream state channeling for you to get you used to receiving information. So I want you to definitely call on Edgar Casey because he's around you and he's helping. Sorry for the second question. You don't have to apologize, Gary. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. That's a very important question. So, yes, call on Edgar Casey. Doris will help you too, but he's really more your main guide. Okay. Thank you so much. Blessings. David Sam, Canadian, $6.99. Thank you for your donation. Oops, I just lost you. Hold on, just went off my screen, David. Let me see if I can find it back. Here it is. David Sam. Hello, Psychic Bob. Any messages from my spirit guides? Hold on a second, David. Oh, I can hear it. This is really fascinating, David. You have a guide around you. It's actually a famous person. It's King Edward III. He was a famous British king. And I hear him, he said, he's coming in to help you with your leadership skills. He said over this next year, he said, you're moving up in the world. Looks like there's some more job opportunities coming and some financial blessings. And this king feels a connection to you. And I'm curious to know if you have any connections that connect back into the British bloodlines. But I hear him, literally, it's King Edward III says, I'm Edward III, king of all Great Britain, or all of Britain. I don't think it was Great Britain back then, but he said all Britain. So Edward III is working with you for leadership skills and for transition. And his literal words is, you're moving up in the world and I'm helping you. So, hey, if I had a powerful royal connection, I'd take it. So definitely research him, call upon him. And this brings up the question. I know somebody's going to ask, well, how can somebody have a famous guide? You can't really have a king or a queen as a guide. And the truth is, you absolutely can. Because in the spirit world, there's no sense of earthly rank. So even if you were an exalted person on earth, in spirit world, you still have to work. Nobody just sits on a cloud. Everybody's assigned to work. And some famous people actually choose to be guides. So you can have famous people as spirit guides. So you got King Edward III. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Lucas Matthews, $5 donation. Thank you. Hey, Bob, can you ask Doris about a class I'm taking if I'm going to be able to do it as a job? And can you tell Mark I said hi? Hi, Lucas. Yes. Yes, Doris said that the spirit people are already helping you. And she said she herself will help you. And she said that she wants to help you. She said, what you've got to remember is don't get too worried. She said, you must relax. She says, if you relax, she said, we, meaning the spirit people, she said, we can come through. And she said, it's not so hard for us to come through when you just relax. And she said, be present. And she said, now don't skip class because you think the spirits will fill you in. She said, we won't help you if you don't do your part. But she says, if you go to class and you let us help you, give us permission, she says, and then we can do more through you. So yes, you're going to pass. And she said, yes, she said, you're on the right path. She said, this will give you the edge and the advantage in the new job that you want. So yes, stay with it. Okay. Blessings to you. And yes, thank you so much. Oops, hold on. I just lost one of them. Bear with me, guys. Mary J, $10 donation. Thank you, darling. Hey, Bob, my son who graduated military school wants to ask if his coding for clout class will turn into a job. And if you can tell his Uncle Mark, he said hi and he misses him. Oh, hi, Mary J. Yeah, I just read for Mark. Yes, I do see it turning into a job. I do see it turning out well. And Doris is helping him. Yes, and in terms of Uncle Mark, Doris, let me see if I can find out anything. Doris? She said that Uncle Mark has been to visit him this past week and he's aware of the situation. And he sends a greeting over to him and to you as well. And yes, thank you. Mark is back here. Mark said, he said, I'm guiding the family. He said, I'm having a lot of fun over here helping. And he said, I will channel through him. He said, he's funny because he's doing like this. He goes, shh, don't tell him. He said, but I'm gonna give him some test answers now and then. So, I don't know if that's cheating. Let the spirit people give you answers, but you know what? I think if they want to help, they have a higher perspective. Take the help. That's what I say. Blessings to you all. Thank you for your yes. And Mark sends his greetings and love over to you as well, Mary J. Thank you. And Doris said, she said, she's going to help both of you connect to Mark. She said, and Mark just said, he said, oh, I love to talk. He said, but she's able to get me through easier. And he said, he's still working on connecting. He said, I'm doing better with it. But he said, if you have a trouble, he says, call on Doris because she'll help you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Blessings to you. Thank you, Mary J. Pink Diamond. Oh my gosh. All the way from Australia. I get so excited. I really want to go to Australia. By the way, Pink Diamond, I got to tell you, I've been watching a show on YouTube. Well, there's a channel. Somebody has all the cop shows. I like to watch Cops. Do you remember that it's an American show called Cops? Well, they have a Australian version now called, I think it's called Outback Police or something like that. And so it's basically the Australian version of Cops. And I'm into that show. So it's interesting to see how your police forces work. You guys have kind of different situations than you do in America in some cases. And there was one of the episodes where somebody had it was a giant, what was it? It was like a kangaroo got in their garage and they called the police. You know, I found that kangaroos can actually be very dangerous. So you got to be careful. But I thought, only in Australia would you have a kangaroo stuck in your garage. Anyways, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for your donation. Any messages for me today, Bob? Please. Thanks. Yes. Doris is back here for you, Pink Diamond. And she says to tell you, she said that you got some people from spirit that are stepping in around you. It looks like there's a grandfather. This might be great-grandfather. It's on your father's side of the family. I'm going to say grandfather, and if I'm off on that, bear with me. When they come in, they bring in a presence. It's like an energy wave hits me, and I'm getting a grandfather energy wave here from this man who steps in. I can't see him clearly or hear him, but I'm just getting grandfather. Doris, can you help me with that? Yes. Yes, this grandfather is back here, and he said he's come in to help your dad. He said your dad's been under a bit of stress here. And this grandfather says, tell him not to take it so serious. He's being a little flippant. He says, well, in the end, we all die, so what's it matter? Now, he's not saying life doesn't matter. He's playing with you, and he's playing with your dad. He said, tell him to lighten up. He said, it all turns out okay in the end. He said, if you just try to love and be good to your neighbor, he said, it'll turn out okay for you. And he said that your dad's been feeling a little overwhelmed, a little depressed. And he said, tell him not to worry about the business situation. He said, he's doing the best he can, and I'll be helping with that. And he's asking me to tell you the month of July is a good month for everybody. He said things are back on track. So call on this grandfather in spirit because he's helping you, and he's going to help your dad as well, okay? Yes. And Doris is asking me to tell you, Pink Diamond. She said she loves your name, Pink Diamond. And she said, oh, maybe I can get literally a pink diamond to her. So there may actually be a piece of jewelry coming to you from spirit. Like you might have a friend just say, oh, do you want this old pink stone? It may not actually be a diamond, but it's like a pink stone, but it could be. And like it'll just give it to you. That's from Doris. Doris said she's trying to get a pink diamond literally to you as a sign. So watch for that. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. I tell you, it's so funny when the spirit people give a gift from spirit, like as a psychic, when I see them literally hand over something, I'm always amazed because literally they just surprise me, because a lot of times when that happens, something a few weeks later will physically manifest. Like I recently had a spirit come through and they gave somebody a photograph of one of their other relatives that died. And literally 2 days after the reading, a family member who had no connection to any of this and didn't know about the reading came and said, I had this strange feeling you're supposed to have this picture. And they gave them the picture that they told about in the reading and showed me. So it's really funny how that happens. That happens quite a bit. So Pink Diamond, you got a piece of pink jewelry or pink stone jewelry. Doris said, she said, I can't promise Diamond. She said, but I'm going to try. And Doris said, she said, Pink Diamond, she says, in my part of London, she said, we weren't so posh. And she said, it might end up being a pink crystal or a pink glass or pink zirconia. She said, I hope you won't be offended. But she said, I'll get you something pretty. All right. So there you go. That's from Doris. Be watching. Let me know what turns up. Spirit people are wonderful like that, aren't they? They really are. Archangel Metatron, there you are. I thought I saw you earlier. Hi, Bob. Did I really come from the future? Thanks. Archangel Metatron, you've crossed through many times and dimensions, and because of your soul path, I believe that you can and have done time travel. You have a very strong connection with the Arcturians and with the Andromedans, and so they have mastered intergalactic and interdimensional space travel. So I think that you actually know a lot about that, and I think you're going to start getting revelations from that. So be open to that. If you ever have a sense of being disjointed, like you're walking through your day and you have that sense like, I feel like I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time, that can sometimes be a sign of having been transplanted here from a different time or a different dimension, because there are a lot of souls coming into the earth now that are kind of being forced to come here for their growth. And sometimes it's not always so. We want to grow, but sometimes we don't want to grow. And sometimes they push us here. So, I think you've crossed dimensions in time and space. Definitely. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Oh, my gosh. Fairy Queen, there you are. Hello, Fairy Queen. Fairy Queen sent me a bunch of purple hearts. Oh, thank you. Any messages for me, my Bobby Ray, please, about what? Moi. Yes, hold on. Doris, are you there? Yes, I know. Hi, Doris. Yes. Doris is back here, and she said, now you tell dear Nicola. She said, don't be so worried about everything. She said, old Mother Doris is taking care of it. She's asking me to talk to you about, she says, as we go into June, she said, doorways are opening for you. And she said, you'll be free of the situation that binds you. Hold on, I got another voice coming in here. Your grandmother's back here as well. And she said, don't think I forgot you either. And she says, she just looked at me, she said, why I, man? She's playing a little joke with me. You know that I speak Geordie now, don't you, Batman? She said, why I? Oh, she's so great. She really likes talking to me. She says to tell you, she said, I've been throwing coins at you. She said, I send some money from heaven. And she said, don't you fret now. She said, nobody's going to take any more from you. She said, I'm making sure to stand guard over that. And she said, we'll get everything moved on in the right time. She said, but the month of June, she says, is a time of patience, my dear. She said, we're working on it. She said, we're opening a blessing for that other person that you know. She said, remember, my dear, she said, you don't want to curse anybody. She said, give them a blessing. Send them on their way with blessing. She said, if they go with blessing, then they won't come back to you. She said, you'll be free. And she said, I'm looking after you. And she said, I'll be guarding that money as well. She said, got an eye on the bank there, you know. And she said, don't worry, nobody's going to take any more from you. And she says, as this month goes on, she said, doors open for you. She said, you've been blocked by other people's negativity. She said, no more of that, dear, no more of that. So she's with you, and Doris is helping you. So this month's a very powerful month. Blessings to you. Thank you for your moderation. Thank you for your questions. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, you guys are great. Mary J, oh, there you are. Get $5. Thank you, darling. We love you so much. Oh, Psychic Bob loves you. Thank you for being here and for your support. I'm so happy we could connect with Mark tonight and get some help. So you don't have to worry, you know, or just, who was it? Mark? I'm sorry, I'm blanking out now names. I got so many names. When I read, I can't remember anybody's name. So your loved one that came through, I'm glad I connected. Forgive me if I'm saying the wrong name. But I know that you're being protected. Blessings to you. You know, this is the thing. When we bring the spirit people in, they can do amazing things in our lives, you know, but we have to have a little faith, you know, and it's hard sometimes to have faith, you know, and, you know. Hello, Sword Tex. Hello, Sword Tex. Hey, Bob, my dad passed away when I was 8. I'm almost 17 now. I've tried talking to him and to hear from him, but I don't know what to do anymore. Oh, Sword Tex, I'm so sorry. Tonight I want to introduce you to a wonderful guide who helps me. Sometimes when we talk to the spirit world, it's helpful to have an intermediary because some guides are simply more accessible to help us than other guides, simply because they have more experience. My guide, Doris, is back here. Doris Stokes is here. And I want you to look her up. She's on YouTube. She died in the 1980s. She was a famous medium in the 1970s and 80s, but call on her. She was good. Can you find out anything about their father? Okay. Doris says to tell you, she said, yes, she said, I'm going to try to connect you with him. She said, right now, she said, the power's a little weak. She said, it's not that he doesn't love you, but he's not really mastered the communications, even though he's been here a while. She said that at the time of his crossing, he was very traumatized. And she said he had struggles letting go of the earth life, and said for the first few months after his death, he was earthbound. Now, don't let that distress you. Earthbound is not necessarily horrific or terrifying, but what it means is that he didn't want to leave the earth. He wanted to stay and protect you and the family. And Doris said that it was hard for him because he stayed earthbound. He didn't cross until almost about 6 or 8 months after his death. Almost a year he stayed on earth, she says. And she said when he came over, it still was hard for him to process his death because he felt like, this is her word, she said, he felt like he got cheated out of life, that it wasn't his time to go and he couldn't let that go. And she said, he's been here in the last few years doing a lot of healing work. And she said they're building his power to bring him over. So she just said to let you know tonight, his power is still a little weak, but he's going to come to you soon. And she said, let me help you. And when he's ready, I'll bring him through. And she said, don't worry. Let the family know that he is safe. He is in the light of God. He is saved. And he said there were some family members who were worried about his soul. And he said, I was worried about my own soul. He said, but he said, once he understood that he didn't have to be afraid, he said he had a little fear of going into the light. He said when he died, he said he was out of the body and he couldn't believe it. And he was confused. And your dad was saying that, from what it sounds like he said, is that he said, I'm trying to get stronger still. It's taken me a long time. So he is going to come to you soon. Let Doris help you. But I want you to know today, he is in the light, and that's the situation that happened. That's why you couldn't hear from him for a long time. Thank you so much for being here. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, guys, I tell you, I don't know where the hour goes. Isn't it a miracle? We got through the show and I didn't lose my voice because I really, with the beginning of the show, wasn't sure I was going to be able to do messages today. But you see, I tuned into Spirit, and Spirit helped us all. Listen, real quick announcements. Don't leave. I need you guys to hear this. So make sure, if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe. I'd love to have you here at my channel, get updates. Click the bell to get notifications also. Also, make sure to visit my website over there, PsychicBob.com. You can register for private readings with me. You can register for my psychic development class. By the way, go join my psychic development class. This Saturday, we're going to have another class. And this Saturday, I'm going to be teaching on past life regression, how to connect to your past lives, and how to do readings for other people on their past lives. So if you've been wanting to hone in on your past life knowledge and psychic skills and connecting to that, come to my Saturday class. We hold it on Zoom. It's a 2-hour class for only $30. I do charge for its professional level training. But where else are you going to get trained by one of America's top psychics, huh? Because in that class, we're on Zoom in a classroom. You can see me and I can see you, and we talk about your psychic challenges, and I help you work on them. So you get 2 hours of Psychic Bob for only $30. I'm giving it away at that point. We have a great group over there. So I'd love for you to come register for a class. A lot of you have been calling for private readings. I'm getting over 100 requests a week. Don't worry, I've got all the calls that come in. I'm still working on getting back to people. So if you've contacted me or bought a reading, I will get to you. And just so you know, I need to clarify on my website. When you buy a reading over there, it will send me a notice, and then I will contact you. And I will then coordinate the time for you. So a lot of you have said, is there a calendar? Do we choose our dates? No, just buy the reading, and then I will contact you because I need to sit down and coordinate with you one-on-one, answer questions about the reading. So my office will contact you. As I said, I'm getting a backlog right now, but I do have openings still. I think I have some still for the month of June. I'm already booking into July, but there's still some June spots available. So give me a call. Also, you can call my office, 703-825-3929. We'll figure out. We'll get you on the schedule, okay? But, check out my website. There's a lot to see over there. It's a lot of fun. I got to get back to posting a daily vlog. I'm going to post soon the list of classes we're going to have. But this Saturday, we're teaching my psychic development class on past life knowledge. So come out and join us. Guys, I have had such a fun time today. I hope you've had a fun time too. And listen, make sure to help me out. Like this video, favorite it, hit thumbs up, and in your comments below, tell me if you've ever had a spirit visitation, maybe a ghost or a relative that you loved come to you after they passed. I want to hear about your spiritual experiences. You might have had a dream about them, or you might have seen them like literally awake. I want to hear about your experiences. Tell me about that. Listen, I love you guys. Oh, hold on. Oh, yes, Lamb Chop. I hear you. Yes. Okay. Oh, hold on. Lamb Chop wants to do a reading for somebody. Okay. Oh, who are you going to read for? Who is that? Felicia Garty. Felicia, Lamb Chop has a spirit message for you. Can I bring it over for him? All right. What do you want to tell her? Oh, okay. Felicia, Lamb Chop says to tell you, he's a developing psychic. Yes. Lamb Chop says to tell you that you've got help from the spirit world and says that the job situation is going to improve. And as we get into the end of, say it again, as we get to the end of June, there's more money for you. All right. So some financial blessing coming. Well, that was a very nice message. All right. What's that? Okay. And he said Doris Stokes is going to help you as well. All right. Well, thank you, Lamb Chop. Isn't that wonderful? All right, Lamb Chop. Well, there you go. Well, Felicia, I hope Lamb Chop's message helped you. Well, guys, I love all of you. Thank you for being here. So I got to get ready and go. We're going to move this closer so I can see you guys. Anyways, love you guys. Be back here tomorrow on Monday. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. I've got a kind of a wonky day tomorrow. So we're going to try to get in horoscopes or astrology forecasts. But depending on how the day goes, I'll let you know. All right, guys. I love you. I send blessings to you. And say goodbye, B. What do we say? We're going to be out of here. Woo!